Hey guys, we're going to do a 40-minute moderate flow, transitioning from a forward fold in the back of the mat and down dogs. I'm going to bring my little poo emojis. What is the rainbow poo? So cute. The other one is a unicorn poo. But those are going to be my knee pads. So take it where you want to go with it. As always, no music, so you can pick whatever you want. Yeah, that's it. Honor your body with this practice. I can't see you because we're meeting virtually, but you can email me or text me. Anything you want. Say hi. Tell me you want to do this or that or ask for modifications. Let me know. I'm here for you. All right, ready? Crisscross applesauce. Let's start just coming into the room. Close your eyes. Sit in whatever easy seat works for you. If you want, you can be here. You can sit on a block or a bolster, whatever feels good. And then we're going to just do some circles here. And do some circles there. And then eventually come to that easy seat. Pointer finger and thumb together. If it feels good for you, you can close your eyes. If you would prefer to gently gaze down at the mat, you can do that too, whichever works out. But we're going to do a couple of just easy rounds of breath, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Maybe your right hand comes to your heart, left hand comes to your tummy. Inhale and exhale. Feel your chest rise on your inhale. Feel your tummy melt on your exhale. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale down. Let's change sides just for even's sake. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale right ear towards right shoulder. Inhale. Exhale down into the right. Inhale. Right ear, right shoulder. We're going to go 3 times. I want you to look down. Right ear, right shoulder. Down. Right ear, right shoulder. Chin to chest to the other side. Left ear, left shoulder. Down and to the left. Left ear, left shoulder. Down and to the left. Inhale. Left ear, left shoulder. Exhale. Down and to the left. Inhale. Chin to chest. I like to dome and round. You can start with that neck stretch first if you want. And then come back to center. Dome and round. Back to center. Let's go dome and round. Back to center. One more time. Dome and round. Keep this rounding as we fold forward. So it's the very beginning. Probably we're not that bendy quite yet. Maybe fingertips, maybe your elbows come to your knees or they're right on the inside of your thigh. Pressure is never on our knee directly. It's on the connecting bones. Chin to chest, allow your head just to melt. And then come back up, look to the sky. Puff your chest forward, and then back to neutral. Inhale. Exhale, neutral. Inhale, puff. Exhale, neutral. So I want you to puff your chest and inch forward. Hang out here. Inhale. And back to lift. Let's start a circle. 1, 2, and 3. Other side. 1. I always get my shoulders into it. Ends up being a little bit more serpentine. It's just what I do. Right hand down, left arm up and over, side bend. Make sure both hips are even and level. Movement coming from the hip point. If you want to think about it like this, press your right hand in. Shift your weight to the left. Really grounding through that left hip point. Through center. Other side, left hand down, right arm up and over. So try to bring some length into that top fingertip. The more you can activate through your fingers and toes, the deeper the stretch is. Inhale. Back to center. Right shoulder takes you back to twist. You can do same hand, same thigh. Shin. This is going to stretch the front part of your shoulder. Cross body is going to stretch through the back. Both of them are perfectly awesome. Just depends on what you like. And then counter twist, but shoulders guide your twist. Spine is a connector. Hips are always even and level. Inhale. Let's go ahead and back to the right side. And back to the left. Lengthen both feet forward. Open those toes. I want you to look up. Maybe it's a generous knee bend, but find those sits bones. Hands under your thighs, and we're going to move. I'm moving them back. So you're going to find that tipping point. Those are your sits bones. Maybe you stay here. Look. So tummy to thigh. Your spine is in neutral, chin to chest for a little bit more. You're bending your elbows, melting forward. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Start with that left knee comes back. We're going to keep the right leg directly in front. Toe, knee, and hip in alignment. I'm coming to a 45. Maybe you can see a little bit more. Look up. Start your hinge. Chin to chest to release. I like to do that cross body stretch. Left hand to the right side of your right leg. It'll give you a little side bend. Every side bend releases through your hips. Inhale. Now your exhale, come back. Right hand inside thigh. Twist away. You can cross body here. Some people dig it. And back to center. Look up, open those toes, bend your knees. Hinge forward, chin to chest to release. All right. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Other side. Right leg comes in. Look up. Big toe, knee, and hip in alignment. To the sky. Hinge forward, chin to chest. Side bend. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Let's go again. Look up. Roll those shoulders. Let's start with a little fish back. Really opening up through your chest. And chin to chest to release. Inhale. Exhale, lift. We're going to take it a little bit wider. Your right leg comes in. Your left leg is at a 45. So we're looking over. that left leg, side bend. Inhale, lift, twist, cross body. Inhale, back to center. Right leg lengthens, left leg comes in. Look over that right knee. Chin to chest, cross body. You're going to get a much deeper stretch here. And that side body lengthening. Inhale. Left shoulder takes you back. Maybe we do that. Right hand, left thigh. And then back. Wide angle. I like to give it a lift, but scoot yourself forward. Make sure you find your sits bone. Open up through those toes. Toes, knees in alignment. Look up. Chest comes to the sky. Movement from your hip fold. Maybe we're going to be here in this half lift. You're releasing, relaxing. Let's slowly open it up. Maybe you come a little farther down. Chin to chest all the way. Inhale. Exhale, lift, butterfly. So I want you to turn out those toes from here. Turns out through your hip. Bring your feet together. We're going to start little hinge forward. That little hinge forward is going to stretch through your hips. Now you can stay here as long as feels good for you. Or you can go ahead and roll chin to chest. Get that upper back bend. As always, you can press your hands into your thighs. Maybe you lengthen through your fingertips, more side body. Interlacing hands behind your head is going to give you more of that back bend. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Right foot comes forward. We're going to just give it a little moderate Lord of the Fishes. So your left knee is bent. Let's give it a little twist away. Do you want to lengthen through your left hand? Your right hand is underneath that calf, thigh, and just give it a lift. And then we're going to twist away. Inhale. Release your foot. Counter twist. So left shoulder is on the inside. Again, if you want, maybe you take it to the outside to lift. This is a little more comfortable. If you are on the inside, if your hand wants to be on the inside, you got to rotate that thumb down. Either way is great. It depends on what you want to do. And it's going to stretch through your shoulder a little differently. All right, let's release. Look up. And then butterfly again. Farther away your feet are from your hips, the less intensity you have through your knees. You can try to bring your feet in as close to your hips. It just depends on what feels good for you. Again, like I said before, both are great. One isn't better than the other. They're just different. This is where I say, like people. All right, let's go Lord of the Fishes to the other side. Let's start here. Twist away. So your thumb is going to rotate down if you're on the inside. On the outside, your thumb is up. So whichever works out best for you. Inhale. Bring that foot down. Counter twist. Lift. Your thumb can be up here if you want to. It's just very mindful. Be very mindful of what your shoulder is doing. If it feels uncomfortable, don't do that. And back to center. Lord of the Fishes. And why don't we go ahead and butterfly again? Fold on forward. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Lengthen through your toes. Look up. And hinge forward. Inhale. Cross your legs. We're going to go up and over. Depending on where you're at, if forearm feels better in your hands, then do that. There's an option to do fists. Lots of people do that if you want to do that. It's whatever works out best for you. But we're going to press those fingertips in. See how that engages your shoulder girdle, tail tuck. Couple rounds of cat and cow. Just allow those hips to move to the sky. Tummy's melting. Inhale. Exhale, tuck your tail. Inhale up. Spine follows along shoulder girdle. The shoulder blades will come together maybe, but I want your hands to stay long. Every bit of movement is in your spine. And your hips guide this. So your hips come down. Finding that cat, hips go up to your cow. And we're going to do a couple side bends. The most moderate is left hand to right. Right hand moves over if you want a little bit more, but your hips stay even and level. Okay. And then back to center. Hips up. Hips down. Walk your way over. You can keep your left hand where it is, or we go over. Walk, 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 walk. So you can see my hips. Hips are staying neutral. Every bit of movement is coming from side body. Back to center. Hips up. Hips down. Bring your hips back, child's pose. Let's walk our hands all the way off on the mat. Maybe you want to tent your fingertips. It's going to give you more of a lift. Maybe you wouldn't release your forearms. It's going to dome and round a little bit. Inhale. Now your exhale, flip that left palm, press your right hand in, give it a twist. And release. Other side. Right hand flips, left hand presses in. This is a modification of thread the needle. You get your twist without that shoulder bone. Inhale. Exhale, release. Walk our hips forward a little bit. Baby puppy. Baby puppy's a baby dog, so it's like very gentle. The closer your hips are to your heels, the less moderate the back bend. So if you want more, scoot yourself forward. It's a very intense, it's fairly intense. How about that's probably a better word. And back bend, upper back bend. So be mindful. Taking your forearms down is an option. This is very similar to a forearm cow, but it's a lot more moderate about around your upper back and shoulder girdle. It's still a really good opener though. Inhale. Let's give it a lift back. Cat to cow. Double rounds here. And then bring your hips back. We're going to do an active child's pose. Your knees are wide and apart, your toes are together. And you're going to place your hands down in front. This is the beginning of a hero's pose. If we're working on opening up through our quads, front part of your leg, this is a lot more moderate. Inhale. Walk it back. Your hips are going to be over your heels, flat back. Knees can come out to a 45. Bringing them together is more intense. It's a little bit easier. And we're going to start a little twist. If this sitting heroes doesn't work, please come to a kneeling. Right shoulder takes you back to twist. Center. Left shoulder takes you back to twist. Inhale. Let's twist over to the right to exhale. Inhale. Twist to exhale. Let's go one more time. Twist. Twist. Movement from the shoulders, hips are even. Level knees come together. Bring your toes down, cat. Cow. You can walk it out for a little bit more room. Cat. Cat. Right toes come back. Lift. Balance table. Maybe you want to take your left hand to your hip for a little bit more. Inhale. Release. Let's go to the other side. Left toes come out. You can stay here. You can lift, but give it some kind of activation through your foot. Muscles keep the bones in alignment. I like to do this cross-body hug. You can keep it grounded if you want. Inhale. Exhale, come back. Cat to cow. Do a couple more times. Option to hinge forward, half plank, tabletop. I just like to feel that stretch in my hips and my shoulders. And it's pretty good ab builder. Let's walk it back. Keep walking. Find yourself up and over at the back of your mat. So we're going to do a wide angle. Maybe you find your ragdoll arms. So your shoulders or shoulder distance is about your hips. So give it a little rock and roll. Inhale. Let's roll up. Fingertips gently glide next to your sides. Bend your knees. Circle sweep hands. Up. So your hips are going to move back. Spine is in neutral. Knees bend to accommodate to forward fold. Give it a ragdoll. Slowly roll. The little glide across your side will just kind of help you slow it down. Bend up. Your hips move back. I like to bring my fingertips to my shoulders. Just something fun. And let's go again. Up. Up. Take those thumbs to your shoulders if you can. If it doesn't feel good, heart center. So bend your knees. Get mobility, a little bit of freedom in your hips. Right shoulder takes you back. Twist. Center. Left shoulder takes you back. Twist. Back to center. Hips move back, forward fold. Tummy to thigh, and then hips to the sky, half lift. Bring those hips up, tuck your tail, really find that flat back to fold. Up. We're going to go in threes. So slow, you can sweep your hands forward if it feels better for you. Fold, half lift. Forward fold, up. Hips move back, tummy to thigh, and then your hip to the sky. Half lift, forward fold, all the way up. Hands to heart center. Let's find our mountain here. So I want you to look down as best we can. Toes, knees, hips, shoulders in alignment. For some reason, and I should be thankful to Zoom, they track me around, I don't know, in actual life. But the app tries to keep it centered so you see me. So in case I wander off, which is something I do. However, the problem is you can't see me, my tips. So we're going to do the best we can. Hands to heart center. I want you to shift your weight to the left. Ground those toes in, and we're going to hover our right foot as best we can. Hand to hand, press your hands into each other. Feel that shoulder girdle fire up. Inhale. Back to mountain. Other side. Shift your weight over to the right. Give it a little. If you want to bend your knee, you can. And back to center. Hips move back. Tummy to thigh, forward fold. Slow-mo roll. Let's start a little flow. So we're going to shift our way over. I like to maybe tree or hover. When you do your tree, you want your hips to stay even and level. It's a little turnout. Inhale. Step your right foot halfway. Your left foot's going to come back to a warrior one. Give it a little turnout. Swing our hands up. Heart center. So it's circle sweep out or up, depending on what your shoulders want to do. So bring them down, circle sweep up to heart center. Let's go one more time. Circle sweep up. Heart center, right shoulder takes you back. We are looking over that right leg. Back to center. 2 more times. Shoulder takes you back. Open up the right arm if you want. Back to center. Open both arms if you want. Back to center. Left foot steps forward, fold. Tummy to thigh, hips to the sky, have lift. Forward fold. Use your legs, circle sweep. Right foot is a grounding foot, left foot to tree. Step your left foot forward, right foot turns out, warrior one. Big up. Hands to heart center. If you want a little bit more, you sweep your hands back. You see how it creates a back bend? Up. Heart center. Sweep your hands back. Up. Heart center. Back. Up. Heart center, left. Up. Shoulder takes you back, twist. Back to center. Left hand maybe lengthens. Back to center. Both hands lengthen. Back to center. Right foot comes forward. Use your hips. They do the movement. Your knees bend to accommodate. Tummy to thighs. Half lift. Forward fold. Big circle sweep. Your left foot is your grounding foot. Right foot comes to tree. Right foot step back, warrior two. So we're here to heel alignment or something like that. Arms are out. Inhale, bring them back to heart center. Inhale, exhale, lengthen. Inhale together. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale together. Exhale, reverse. Inhale together. Exhale, reverse. Inhale together. Exhale, reverse. Warrior two. Little baby hop. Your hips come back to the front of the mat. And then step it forward, hips move back. Half lift. Forward fold, big sweep. Hands to heart center. Left foot comes tree. We're using this as a transition, so you don't have to take it to the deepest expression. Warrior two, step out. Heel to heel or something like that. If I ever went surfing, I would think this is what they look like. Hands come to heart center. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Let's go one more time. Open and reverse. Inhale together. Exhale, reverse. Inhale together. Look at you can do a little circle. Warrior two. That was my hip. Back to the front. And fold. Hips move back in space to fold forward. Let's give it a little ragdoll here. Inhale. The slow-mo down. We are going to do tree pose. And I want you to hold it here. So find wherever you need to find. If you need to go to a wall, please get there. You can also do tree pose in a side lying position. On your side. Side. Line. So, whatever you want to do. But we're going to start with our left foot. Ground those toes down. Your right foot is going to come to tree. Make sure it's a 45-degree angle or less. Anything more will start to turn your hip out. I like to keep my tree low. If you want to bring it a little higher, do not put it on your joints. It's not really what they're made for. Stare at something, no moving. Actively pressing. Your big toe in, maybe we find some length. Maybe your right hand is on that right side, left arm to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, release. Shake it out. Dance party. Let's go to the other side. Find your base. Open up your toes. Press it into the mat. You can stay grounded. Give it a turn out. Doesn't really matter how high you go. Find whatever variation feels good for you. See, popped out of it. That's what happens when you look at yourself. I'm checking my form in the Zoom. And then I'm like, oh, teeter totter. Give me an inhale. All the way down. Good job, team. Dance break. All right, let's go ahead and come on back down. Find yourself on the mat. See how it's gonna start coming down lower. Come on, Zoom. Come on, Zoom. You can do it. All right, let's do a little roll down. If you want to have something a little bit more intense, I want you to lengthen forward. Maybe your hands are underneath your thighs, and we're gonna slowly roll. Bring those knees in to hug. And then a couple circles here. Couple circles there. I like to sweep. Let's go, everybody, sweep your hands over your head. And do some circles. Plant your feet. Press your low back in and hover. Inhale. Release. Go ahead and bring that right knee in. Lengthen as best you can. Make sure to keep a bend in your knee. then the other side. You can lengthen if you want it's a little bit more intense, but we're really just trying to open up that left hamstring. Inhale. Let's release. Tuck your tail again, and then lift your hips. I don't want it to be that much. We're gonna work on that hammock or just like the gentle sway of your hips to release. Release your hips down, right ankle over the left knee. Figure four. There is an option where you can take that left leg in, lengthening if you want to do that. I'm going to hang out in this figure four. So, whatever works out best for you. Usually, we hold these for about a minute or so. I'm going to do the best I can to do that. If I don't have music to zone out to, my brain is like, do 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 do. So, we'll see what we can do. Mm. Let's go to the other side. I don't know. Maybe we made it. See, the beauty is, if you want to be take it this a little bit longer, you can just pause the video. Mm-hmm. All right, one more inhale. Now your exhale, give it a hug. Maybe you want to lengthen those hands up. It really does lengthen your spine. Super good. Twist all that over to the left. And release into this. Hang out here. We're going to do the best we can to have this a little bit longer. So release tension through your fingers, release tension through your toes. Just try to melt into it. Mhm. Yeah. One more inhale. Bring it to center. Let's do that lengthening. And then up and over to the other side. One more inhale. Bring it back. Butterfly. Soles of the feet together, knees wide and apart. We're gonna hang out here. We're gonna go ahead and start that Shavasana. If you want, you can stay here and bring your knees together for a bridge. Lengthen them out for Shavasana. Corpse pose, that traditional, what you would maybe always think of. But it is more important to allow your body to fade away than it is to be somewhere you're not comfortable. The whole point is letting it go. Mm. All right, let's go ahead and start wiggling those fingers. Wiggling those toes. Maybe you want to give yourself a hug. Slowly rock back and forth. And then when you're ready, find that loose fetal position. You can roll through that if you want to, or hang out a little bit longer. I mean, heck, you're in your own space. You can do whatever you want. But eventually we'll have to say goodbye. How about till we meet? All right, crisscross applesauce. Let's take our hands to heart center. Give me an inhale. Let it go. Thank you for joining me virtually anywhere you are. Namaste, friends. Have a wonderful day. Coming in hot.